Hi everyone, welcome to the session on signals and systems. So in this class we are going to discuss the very important concept, which is the solution of the differential equations using the Laplace transform. So this topic is very important for the examination point of view. So which is the solution of differential equations using the Laplace transform. So I explained this concept using the problems. So for that I just take this problem. So this model is very important. The solution of differential equations using the Laplace transform. So this is the concept. So to explain this concept, so I consider the example like this. This is the example given. So I explained this example. Here the system is given. Here the system, this is your system. Solution of differential equation meaning is we have to find the response of the system, that is y of t. So that is the meaning of this statement. Solution of differential equation means we have to find the response of the system. Suppose this is the system, which is the LTI system. In fact it is LTI system. For this LTI system the input is given x of t, always x of t is the input, and output is always y of t. So that is response. So in the problem here the system is defined by a differential equation. So like this. So the input and output relationship, so that is governed by the system. So is defined in this way. So here the system is defined with respect to the differential equation, and it is given in the problem. So that is dy of t by dt plus, so 5 into y of t, so that is equal to x of t. So this is the differential equation. So that is described by your system, that is described by the your system. And here x of t is what? The input of your system. So this is also given, x of t is given. Here x of t is given as 3 into, so 3 into e power minus 2t into u of t. So that is your x of t, and we have to find the y of t, that is the response of the system. So here all initial conditions in the system are given, so which are y of 0 minus is the initial condition of your system, that is given as minus 2. So this is the given whole thing that is given, and I want to find the response of the system. This is the model. So in this model the questions are coming in the examination. Always remember here, this is very important topic. Solution of differential equations using the Laplace transform. Solution of differential equation means here the system is described with the help of the differential equation like this one, and we have to find the response of the system. We have to find the response of the system, that is y of t, for the given input. For the given input x of t, x of t is given to you, and the system is described with the help of the differential equation. So using these two we have to find the y of t, that is the response of the system. So that is the objective of the solution of differential equations using the Laplace transform. Now how we are going to find this y of t? How we are going to find this y of t? So to find this y of t, so first how can you find y of t means, if you want to find y of t, if you know y of s, if you know y of s, which is nothing but the Laplace transform of the output y of t. Here y of s is what? The Laplace transform of y of t. So if you know y of s, and if you take the inverse Laplace transform of this y of s, so the inverse Laplace transform of y of s will give the system response y of t. So the first thing is we have to find y of s. We have to find y of s using the differential equation and using the input. So using these two equations we are going to find first y of s, that is capital Y of s. So our objective is I have to find the response of the LTI system. Here the system is described with the help of the differential equation like this, and the system is feeding with an input of x of t. So this is the data given to you, and using the data I want to find the y of t. I want to find the y of t, that is the response of the system. Now to find the y of t, first thing is you have to find capital Y of s. You have to find capital Y of s using your input and using the differential equation. So you have to find the capital Y of s. You have to find the capital Y of s. So how can you find capital Y of S? You can find capital Y of S using the input and using the differential equation that is described by your system. So using these two, we have to find capital Y of S. So we have to find capital Y of S. So after finding capital Y of S, next thing is you have to apply the inverse Laplace transform for Y of S. The inverse Laplace transform of Y of S gives the system response, that is Y of t, that is Y of t. This is the first step, this is the first step, and this is the second step. In the process of finding Y of t, the first step is you have to find capital Y of S. How can you find capital Y of S? We will see a little later, but you have to find capital Y of S. So while finding capital Y of S, you are using the input and the differential equation that is governed by your system. And after finding Y of S, you just find out the inverse Laplace transform of Y of S, so that we will get the response of the system, because Y of t, the Laplace transform is nothing but what? Capital Y of S. And if you take the inverse Laplace transform of Y of S, you will get the Y of t. Therefore you just find out the capital Y of S. After finding the capital Y of S, you just find out the inverse Laplace transform of this Y of S. So to find Y of S here, you can use the unilateral Laplace transform of your signal either input or output. So the unilateral Laplace transform, you can use this property of the Laplace transform, which is the differentiation in time property. So in that we are taking the unilateral Laplace transform of a signal f of t. So the differentiation of the signal f of t, I already explained this property, which is the differentiation in time property of the Laplace transform. So what is the differentiation in time property of the Laplace transform? So the unilateral Laplace transform of, so nth order derivative of, so f of t is what? So the unilateral Laplace transform of the nth order derivative of the signal f of t is what? So this is the formula. So capital F of S minus s power n minus 1 into f of 0 minus s power n minus 2 into f dash of 0 minus, and so on. The signal is, and so on, this sequence is continuous. So this is your formula. So I just explained this formula in the last class. So which is the unilateral Laplace transform of the signal f of t. So the Laplace transform of the nth order derivative of the signal f of t is nothing but s power n into f of s. Here a capital F of s is what? The Laplace transform of the signal f of t. And what is f of 0 minus? You just evaluate f of t at t equal to 0 minus. So what is f dash of 0 minus? F dash of d0 minus is nothing but the first order derivative of f of t. So that is evaluated at t equal to 0 minus. So that is the sequence. That is the sequence we are getting after finding the unilateral Laplace transform of the nth order derivative of f of t. So you should remember this formula. So very important formula. Using this formula only we are going to find the response of the system, that is Y of t. That is Y of t. Now how can we find Y of t? You just follow the two steps. One is you have to find the capital Y of s. That is the first step. After finding the capital Y of s, you just find out the inverse Laplace transform of Y of s, so that we'll get the response of the system. So to find capital Y of s, you just remember this expression. So this is the unilateral Laplace transform of the nth order derivative of the signal, a time domain signal f of t. So I already given this formula in the last class. So this is the unilateral Laplace transform of nth order derivative of the signal f of t. So using this formula, I am going to find Y of s now. I am going to find Y of s now. Now how can I find Y of s? You just observe here. So the differential equation is given to you. Here what is the differential equation given to you? So this is the differential equation given to you. My objective is, this is step 1. My objective is I have to find capital Y of s. So after finding capital Y of s, from the Y of s I am going to find Y of t using the inverse Laplace transform. So these are the two steps to find the Y of t. Now to find Y of s, I just use the unilateral Laplace transform of the time domain signal, the first order derivative of the time domain signal. Here the system is described by this equation. This is already given in the problem. Your system is described by this equation, dy of t by dt plus 5 into y of t. So that is equal to x of t. So that is the a differential equation. So given to you. That is the differential equation given to you. Here x of t is also given to you, which is the input. So the input given to you is 3 into e power minus 3t minus 2t into u of t. So this is the input given to you, and this is the differential equation described by our system. So using these two, now I am going to find step 1, so which is finding y of s. So if you want to find y of s, you just apply the unilateral Laplace transform of this equation, of your differential equation. Now what is the unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of y of t here? So the unilateral Laplace transform, already you know this formula. So what is the unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of your signal? So if we consider n equal to 1, so the unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of f of t is what? So s into capital F of s minus f of 0 minus. So this is the solution for what? For the unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of your signal f of t. Here, so instead of f of t, the signal is y of t. Now what is the unilateral Laplace transform? For both sides you have to take the unilateral Laplace transform of the above equation. This, what is left hand side? The unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of y of t is what? So s into capital Y of s minus y of 0 minus. So this is the unilateral Laplace transform of the first order derivative of the signal y of t plus 5 into, so what is Laplace transform of y of t? So it is nothing but capital Y of s, that is equal to, now what is the Laplace transform of x of t? So that is equal to capital X of s. So I just apply the Laplace transform on both sides of the given differential equation. So now if you observe here, so what is y of 0 minus? So y of 0 minus is the initial conditions given in the problem. Here y of 0 minus is given as, here y of 0 minus is already given in the problem, which are your initial conditions. So that is equal to minus 2. That is equal to minus 2. So you just substitute the initial conditions. My objective is, I want to follow two steps to find out the response of the system. First step is, in the first step I am going to find the y of s. To find the y of s, I just apply the Laplace transform on both sides of the given differential equation. Now I just substitute the initial conditions in this equation, so that I will get s into y of s, that is my left hand side. So minus of minus is plus, here we have plus 2 plus 5 into capital Y of s, that is equal to, what is capital X of s? Capital X of s is nothing but the Laplace transform of x of t. So if you apply the Laplace transform on x of t, you will get capital X of s. Already know this equation. So what is the Laplace transform of e power minus 80 into u of t? Already you did a lot of problems in the Laplace transform. So what is the Laplace transform of e power minus 80 into u of t? So the Laplace transform of e power minus 80 into u of t is what? 1 by s plus a. So that is your Laplace transform. Here constant is there. Therefore, what is your x of s? Your x of s is nothing but 3 times Laplace transform of e power minus 80 into u of t. In the place of a we have 2 is there. So I just substitute in the place of a by 2, so that I will get the Laplace transform of e power minus 2t into u of t is, so 1 by s plus 2. So this is your x of s. This is your x of s. Your x of s is nothing but, so if you take the Laplace transform of the input signal, you just get the signal in the s domain. For that you have the command over the properties. Already you did the Laplace transform of the e power minus 8 into u of t. So which is your 1 by s plus a. I just substitute x of s like this, 3 into 1 by s plus 2. So from this you just find out the capital Y of s. Here capital Y of s is what? So you just take common on the left hand side, capital Y of s, which is your s plus 5. So this is very important problem, plus 2. So that is equal to 3 by s plus 2. Now I am going to find capital Y of s. That is my first step. First step is, I want to find the capital Y of s. So capital Y of s into s plus 5. You just simplify this expression. 3 by s plus 2 minus 2. So what is this equation? Here we have LCM of s plus 2, 3 minus 2s minus 4. So on the numerator we have minus 2s minus 1 divided by s plus 2. So that is the numerator and that is the denominator. Now from this you just find out the capital Y of s. So what is your capital Y of s? Your capital Y of s is nothing but minus 2s minus 1 divided by, so s plus 2 into s plus 5. So this is your Y of s. So if you want to find the Y of s, you should know the differentiation in time property of the Laplace transform, which is your unilateral Laplace transform, because here the initial conditions are given. So whenever the initial conditions are given, you just use the unilateral Laplace transform, the differentiation in time property of the unilateral Laplace transform. Don't use the bilateral Laplace transform differentiation property. I already explained in the last class. The bilateral Laplace transform and the unilateral Laplace transform is having different results. Whenever in the problem the initial conditions are given, you just use the unilateral Laplace transform only, the differentiation in time property of the unilateral Laplace transform. So my objective is I want to find the response of the system. To find the response of the system, first you have to find capital Y of s. So while finding the capital Y of s, you just use the input and the differential equation given to you. So using these two, we have to find the capital Y of s. So this is the differential equation given to you. For this differential equation, I just use the Laplace transform on both sides and substitute the initial conditions. So I just find out the capital X of s here, because X of t is given. If you find the Laplace transform of X of t, you will get the capital X of s, and rearranging the terms, so that we will get the capital Y of s. So this is the step 1. Step 1 is over. I just find out the capital Y of s. Now in the second step, I am going to find the Y of t. How we are going to find Y of t? So to find Y of t, you just apply the inverse Laplace transform on your capital Y of s. So that is your response of the system. So to find Y of t, you just apply the inverse Laplace transform on capital Y of s. Capital Y of s is already derived in the first step. So after getting Y of s, you just apply the inverse Laplace transform, so that we will get the Y of t. So while calculating the inverse Laplace transform, I already told you, don't use the formula. So whatever the formula I give you in the introduction lecture, in that I will give the formula for the inverse Laplace transform. So don't use that formula. So we have a separate method is there for finding the inverse Laplace transform. That method is the partial fraction expansion method. So using that method only, we are going to find out the response of the system, not by using the direct formula. So this is your step number 2. So the step number 2 is nothing but, so we will get Y of s. So your Y of s is nothing but, in the step number 1 is completed. So in the step number 1, your Y of s is nothing but minus 2s minus 1 divided by, so what is the Y of s in the step number 1? So you just observe Y of s. Your Y of s is nothing but minus 2s minus 1 divided by s plus 2 into s plus 5. So s plus 2 into s plus 5. So that is your Y of s. So s plus 2 into s plus 5. Now you expand this Y of s first. Using the partial fractions. So using the partial fractions, you just expand your Y of s in this manner. So this is a by s plus 2. A and b are constants. So b by, so s plus 5. So like that I can expand my Y of s using the partial fraction expansion method. Now I want to find a and b. So to find a and b, so what is your a? So your a is nothing but, so Y of s into s plus 2. So that is evaluated at s equal to minus 2. That is your a. Now what is your a? So your a is nothing but minus 2s minus 1 divided by s plus 5, so which is evaluated at s equal to minus 2. So when you evaluated this at s equal to minus 2, we'll get what? So here we have numerator is 3. So what is the denominator? Denominator is what? So denominator is 3, again 3. So what is the value of a here? A is 1. So that is your a. I just expand y of s using the partial fractions. So this is the way of doing the partial fractions. Now how can you find b? So to find b, so you just use this expression. So s plus 5 into y of s, and it is evaluated at s equal to minus 5. So if you take this expression, we will get the constant b. So that is equal to minus 2s minus 1. So divided by s plus 2, and it is evaluated at s equal to minus 5. So if you substitute s equal to minus 5, so what is the numerator here? The numerator is 9. So what is the denominator here? So denominator is minus 3. So that I will get minus 3 is the constant b value. So that y of s becomes what? So the y of s becomes, your a is 1. So 1 by s plus 2. So 1 by s plus 2. What is your b? Your b is minus 3. So minus 3 by s plus 5. Minus 3 by s plus 5. So this is your y of s. So for any type of problem, you just follow the sequence. Whatever I given the sequence, you just follow the sequence. In the first step, you have to find y of s. After finding y of s, you just expand your y of s using the partial fractions. So like this you can expand your y of s using the partial fractions, so that I can get y of s like this, 1 by s plus 2 minus 3 by s plus 5. Now after finding the y of s in terms of the partial fractions, so you just find y of t. So what is your y of t? So the inverse Laplace transform of capital Y of s. So we'll give your y of t. So that is equal to inverse Laplace transform. What is y of s? So 1 by s plus 2. So minus 3 by s plus 5. So remember carefully, this is very important formula. So that is equal to inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2 minus the inverse Laplace transform of 3 by s plus 5. So what is inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2? So what is the Laplace transform of e power minus at into u of t? So this is nothing but 1 by s plus a. That means what? What is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a? It is nothing but e power minus at into u of t. Already this is proved. See, Laplace transform of e power minus a into u of t is what? 1 by s plus a. That means inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a is nothing but e power minus a into u of t. Now inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2 is what? In the place of a we have 2. Therefore it is nothing but, so e power minus 2t into u of t. So that is nothing but the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2, which is e power minus 2t into u of t. Minus 3 is constant here, getting out this constant outside. So 3 into inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 5 is what? So it is nothing but e power minus 5t into u of t. So that is your y of t. That is your y of t. So this y of t, that is the response. Y of t is nothing but, so e power minus 2t into u of t minus 3 into e power minus 5t into u of t. So this is the response of the system. This is the response of the system. So we have to find the inverse Laplace transform by the method of the partial fraction expansion method. So if you take the direct formula, it is not possible to get the solution. Solution becomes complicated. I already given the inverse Laplace transform formula, so don't use that formula. So in the introduction class, I told you. So use a partial fraction expansion method to get the response of the system. To get the response of the system. So this is the procedure to find the response of the system. So whenever the system is described by the differential equation and with initial conditions, once again I will repeat this the concept. This is very important concept. So many times these questions are given. So whatever the question given based on this topic, you just follow the sequence of the steps. You just follow the sequence of your steps. here this is the system. Inside this rectangular box we have this system. The system is described by the differential equation given, and the initial conditions are also given. In the problem, system is given to you, so which is described in terms of the differential equation, and the input is also given. The input is also given in the problem. So this is your x of t. So for the given input and the differential equation which was described by your system, you have to find the response of the system, that is y of t. So that is nothing but the solution of differential equation using the Laplace transform. Solution of differential equation yields the response of the system y of t. The response of the system y of t. Now how can you find out this response of the system? How can you find out the response of the system? To find out the response of the system, you just follow two steps. Step number one is what? Step number one is you just find out the capital Y of S. Next, step number two is, after finding y of s, you just expand y of s in terms of the partial fraction expansion method, and you have to find the inverse Laplace transform of y of s, so that we'll get the response of the system small y of t. So you just follow these two steps for finding the response of the system. Now to find capital Y of s, you just use this formula. This is the Laplace transform, which is the unilateral Laplace transform of the nth order derivative of the given signal f of t. Here in this differential equation, only first order differential equation is given. This is the first order differential equation. So if I want to use this formula, you just substitute n equal to 1, so that I can get the y of s. So this is the y of s. This is my y of s. So I just find out the y of s. So this is my y of s. How can you find y of s? So to find y of s for the given differential equation, you just apply the Laplace transform. So I just apply the Laplace transform and use the initial conditions. So while finding y of s, you just substitute the capital F x of s using the input signal x of t, and you have to find y of s. So like that I can find the y of s. So after finding the y of s, you just expand y of s using the partial fraction expansion method. So using the partial fraction expansion method, you just expand your y of s. So after expanding using the partial fractions, you have to find the inverse Laplace transform. So this is the procedure how we are going to express y of s using the partial fractions. So after expanding y of s using the partial fraction, we'll get this expression. So after getting this expression, you just find out the inverse Laplace transform of y of s. So which gives the y of t, which is the required response of the system. So this is how we are going to find the response of the system if a differential equation is given to you. So in this problem, only first order differential equation is given. So you can use the same procedure for any order system. For second order system or for third order system, you can use this procedure. So whatever the problem given on this topic, you just follow this procedure and to find the response of the system. So this is the today's